Thank you for watching Crit Heads. You can catch our sessions live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/critheadsofficial.
Welcome back to Crit Heads.
The show that, for whatever reason, y'all keep coming back to.
I am your DM, as always, David. With me today, I have... Wait, is Andrew here? There he is. With me today, I have three good friends. We're going to continue our conversation from last week about the long-term praseodymium treatment and storage and its socioeconomic effects on the Southern Hemisphere. I have my friend Tristan playing Valgum Caston.
My brain is too smooth for that kind of talk.
You're playing the wizard. I have my friend Matt playing Isaiah Femmerclasp.
Alright, we'll talk about it anyways.
And I have my good friend Andrew playing Aethys.
You know, it really is the capitalist elite that's pushing their agenda.
Uh-huh. Shut up. Fucking hippie.
Last week, you guys met with your contact in the city of Blemfor.
Lemfor.
You also had, like, a train ride. I kind of skipped that part. You had
We kind of just murked a whole bunch of
Yeah,
goblins.
we murdered a shitload of goblins. That was fun.
It was supposed to be a murder
And
mystery,
derailed
but
half
then
the fucking
everyone
train.
was goblins.
Hey, we didn't derail shit. The goblins did.
That is true. For once,
Technically, I
for
don't
once in
even
one of
think
my
it derailed.
campaigns, y'all were not the ones to derail. Anyways.
Hey, we weren't. Yeah, we weren't the goblins derailing shit. That was last campaign.
Not Star Park.
From there, you traveled to the city of Blemfor and met with your contact. Can anyone here tell me who that contact is? I can't give you
As soon
inspiration because you all
as soon as
have
I get
it
my
already.
notebook.
I believe I wrote it down, but I'm also bad at writing down names for whatever reason.
To be fair, all three of you have it in your notes. You may not remember that, though.
Oh yeah, because we have the links.
Hold
Yeah,
on, I need
you-
to actually get in the table.
Yes, you do. While the note itself is gone, Valgum has keen mind, so he can remember every word
no,
of it.
I don't. I do
Oh, you don't. I should actually take this away from you then. But
not. Yes. You gotta remember I don't have it because it was one of those things where I thought I had it for a couple of sessions, but because we play D&D 8 billion times a fucking week, I got my characters confused.
we only play it 8 times a week.
Only, well, 5, but still, that's excessive. Yeah, no, this is why you don't name characters with the same first letter, because it was Bashar who has the keen mind.
I have the fact that she's part of the wings of... Oh god, I can't even read my own fucking writing.
Grace.
Wings of... Grace. That's what that... I was going to say grapes.
I feel like you would have gotten there.
Something starting with an F, I think. I remember that. I didn't write it down.
Her name is Philia Dorinez,
I knew it started with an F.
and she is a member of the Wings of Grace. She helped you after a debilitating poison caused Valgum to forget entirely who he is.
And then
Oh,
we
yeah, I had
stopped
to
her
play-
from being kidnapped.
That's why I don't have a lot of names in my... I don't have a lot written for last week.
Yeah, you sort of blanked. That was pretty funny.
And
I was stupid for most of it.
Philia informed you all that not only is she with an organization set to take down the Ring of Fire, she also told you that in exchange for helping her deal with the Ringleader, you would be each given the location of someone that you've lost along the Ring of Fire. In the case of Aethys, it is what family he has left, assuming that his mother is still alive. For our good friend Isaiah, that is his bird friend Willow. And for Valgum, that is the wife and daughter that he is now missing.
Yep,
I do be missing.
we do be missing people. Tragic backstories.
Matt, you gotta have a wife and daughter next campaign to complete the trifecta.
Okay. Wait, the
When did-
trifecta? Oh, yeah, because
Oh
Captain
yeah,
had
yeah.
Because the captain had a wife and daughter. In any case, so
Was that really his wife though?
towards the end it was. In any case,
Wait, what?
you all spent a little
Let's
bit
wrap
of
that
gold getting yourselves from Blemfor to Letnit, because after informing Thelia that you know that the ringleader is actually a warforged and not an orc, she realized that since warforged are exceedingly rare, that the only one on Akron is probably the ringleader.
Hell yeah.
Makes sense to me.
She has told you that there is a place in Redwater named Praetorian Monster Goods.
Oh
A company that is dedicated to taking down the most dangerous creatures of Akron and of the Realm of Dawn, and converting their dead carcasses into goods and services.
What is this I just picked up off the floor?
That is a tiny train.
That is the train from last week.
That is very funny. I was wondering where that went. Anyways.
Saw it under the table. I was like just moving around and I saw something highlight under the table and I'm like, what in the world is this?
Aethys now has a model train.
I spent 45 minutes last week during prep time trying to find that stupid thing because it just phased through the table.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
Okay, so you all teleport to the teleportation circle in Letnit. You guys arrive there and sorry, Isaiah and Valgum, you see as this person, this quote-unquote random stranger that followed you through, flicks down their hood and Thilia's actual face appears.
Oh!
I said that like 4 times.
And she turns and looks at you, Aethys, and say, "Let me be clear on something. The reason I am going to such great lengths to stay undercover is because if I am found, they will try to take me."
Well, that didn't work the first time.
Listen, I don't know what happened, but the chain has an exceeding and watchful eye since all of this began.
Yeah, the big fucker in the seas.
Yeah, he literally talks to us after
You misunderstand.
like every other day.
I'm not talking about the Obsidian King or whatever. I'm talking about the ringleader. Somehow, he is able to identify where everyone on Akron is at a given time. It's
Sounds
a
like
terrifying level of clairvoyance.
Like an insane magic object. I want my head.
Well, then he'll know we're coming.
That is why I'm keeping a low profile. He isn't... I can't explain it myself because I don't understand it. But if I look like someone else, if I talk like someone else, and if he can't identify me at the time, then... Or if he can't identify where I am at the time, he won't know who I am.
You were disguised as a stranger when we saved you after you'd been bagged by goblins.
Yes, that reminds me. I do need to talk to you about that. Did any of you happen to say my name while you were in the city of Blemfor?
No.
Oh.
Can't recall.
This happened literally 10 minutes ago, so I will let you all know. Aethys 100% said, "Oh yeah, she is going to be in this exact location."
I said she, I didn't say her name.
You did. I
I?
watched through the VOD.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That is a problem. You
It's
can't
really
do that.
not. Look, I get it. You're scared of this guy, but I want you to know something. We've killed people much scarier.
You may think that.
Uh,
If he was easy enough to push over, then you wouldn't even have to be here. He would have been taken
No.
care of a long time ago.
We don't solve easy problems. We solve hard problems. We just killed a vampire queen who was juicing vampires who could rip apart a whole battalion.
Be grateful you're not a vampire.
This is just a metal guy who sells drugs and knows a lot of stuff.
This is just another day at work.
I'm sure he has powers.
So
granted
please
to
let
him.
us do our job.
And
I'm
please
sure he's
let me
been
do
granted
mine.
powers,
Don't
but
say my name
don't
again.
worry.
I didn't
Okay.
intend to say your name. But all right.
She then flicks the hood back up, and a different face appears. And she extends a hand out, and you see her press into her wrist, and it pops open with a little door.
Hey, so not having something to call you by is pretty stupid, so what can we call you?
Just make something up.
Susan.
Alright, you are now Rubber Duck.
Susan the rubber duck.
She rolls her eyes before taking a small scroll out of this little compartment in her arm, opening it up and scratching off a picture of a face that looks very similar to the one that she was wearing when the goblins got her. Puts it back in her arm, closes it.
You know, a spell of disguise self would really do you well.
Yes, that's what the cloak is.
No, well then you could change it every time. Why would you ever keep the same face?
It's less taxing to have something prepared instead of having to try to make it up on the spot.
That's fair. Hey, you should wear one of our faces. Make it really confusing.
That's definitely not that good of an idea.
I'm
Right.
just saying. He got 2 Aethuses coming at him, he's gonna scream.
Will he?
I look at Isaiah. I like to think so.
And you know what? I'll entertain it. And I pat him on the shoulder.
Not
In any
everyone has a
case-
sword made of light.
True that.
She looks at your sword for about 3 seconds before going, right, impressive. Anyways, we have about a week's worth of walking ahead of us.
Oh. Where are our horses?
So,
I assume they are.
They were on
all
the
way-
train, weren't they? Oh, fuck.
you had horses?
We did. And they were being
We had
transported
mounts.
on the train. I suppose they'll be back in Blimfall with the recovered back end of the train, but... I will miss Shadowfire.
Well,
Flaws are doing okay.
this is one of the biggest trade hubs in Akron. We could likely buy horses.
Could we rent horses?
There might be something along those lines. I couldn't tell you for sure.
Well, let's look then. You know this country better than we do.
Right. So, you guys head out of this wizard's tower. You see,
Bye, Venomotham.
yeah, you pass by a Venomotham who is wearing, Can I get a perception or insight, whatever's higher?
Both of mine are +6.
Okay, let
15.
me- okay.
15's high enough. Aethys, when you turn to say this, you see that the Venomotham in this tower is wearing an obviously fake mustache.
I am digging the facial hair, my man.
Oh, thank you. Who are you?
That's 21.
I'm Aethys. We just met in Blimfall.
I don't remember your face.
Yeah, you do, Hive Mind. You can't fool me.
I'm not a hive. I don't know what you're talking about,
Hmm.
stranger.
Very
Uh-huh.
peculiar. I
Well, you
wonder
got
how
very upset when I said it, like you know I was going to say it or something. The plot thickens, Venomotham. I'll probably see you somewhere in Redwater. Goodbye. They're really not a fucking hive mind. Every Venomotham and his niece is just so goddamn confused. What is this dude talking about?
What the fuck?
So,
I'm
What
very
the
curious
fuck?
about these.
waterfall.
What the fuck?
Waterfuck.
So,
Right, onwards to the markets.
yeah.
I slip up my cloak of elven kind. So checks made to perceive me are taken at disadvantage.
I see. So, you see as Philia leads you all towards the outskirts of Letnet, where there is a very large sort of, not exactly industrial, but like a very large commercially sized stable with dozens of horses at the ready and people constantly coming by, putting their horses away or coming and getting some.
Wow.
There's a sort of very big strapping elf who's got like the largest muscles that you've seen on an elf. Completely shirtless, handlebar mustache, who is currently tending to one of the horses. And once you get close enough, you hear him go, "Oh, new customers! Hello!"
Hi.
What may I
Hello
interest
there.
you in today?
We have a 10-day walk, and we would like to reduce that to a 5-day ride.
Oh, I see.
However, we already own horses in a different part of the country, so I was wondering if there was perhaps a rental service you do.
Oh, well, we do cabs that you can rent, professional drivers and the like.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Tried to correct myself.
Do.
The cost is a little expensive nowadays with several of our horses being done in with the chains.
Right. Well, we won't need protection. We can provide protection.
We charge a gold a day.
That's the yellow one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I pull out my
the,
pouch. I just like start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Before
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I hand him 15 gold.
you said it was only 5 days.
Yes, well, you know. What if we get there and we need a couple extra days?
Ah, I see. And he takes the money from you.
You are quite chipper. I appreciate the attitude.
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I don't know. Everything generally sucks right now. We're going through an apocalyptic event in the world, and we have to fix all these chains, or everyone's going to be eradicated. You know, that sort of thing.
Very
Thank you for the
strange
follow,
time.
Tim.
Very strange
Thanks,
time.
Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
This next attack for you.
So, he takes this money from you and he goes and he leads you towards the back part of the stable where you see he has several carriages without horses that are just parked. And after a couple of moments of hitching a horse, he shouts to a small structure behind that looks sort of like... It looks like a shack, and you can see through the windows there's just sort of like a couple of chairs and a poker table with some cards scattered around.
Fun.
The very chipper man says, "Vaven, we have a cart waiting for you." After a moment, a grimacing sort of almost hunched over elf walks out of the shack and says, "I just had a good hand too, god damn it. Where am I going? The city of Redwater." Ah, great, Dragonborn. Let's get this over with. He passes by and looks at you three and says, or looks at you three plus Ophelia and goes, "Are you the passengers?"
We are.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Well, let's get this going. And he climbs onto the top of the cart where he grabs the reins.
And I climb up and sit right next to him.
Are you gonna be sitting there the whole time?
I'm gonna
Only if you want me to.
I'm gonna sit in the cart behind them, listening in.
He just sighs and says, "Whenever you paid for the damn ride." All
All
of
right,
you are
everybody in. Everybody in.
Can I get a boost?
Absolutely, Valgum.
Isaiah picks Valgum. Fuck yeah, dude.
After Valgum is assisted into the cart.
Do you need your booster seat, Doctor?
That would be very handy.
I like. Does Isaiah just like carry a block of wood now for Valgum to sit on?
No, just Isaiah's thick ass backpack.
Yeah.
So, after you all sit down and prepare yourselves, the cart takes off. I need a luck roll and 2 squares of movement.
Right.
I don't start it off this campaign. Who starts
I'll
it off?
start it off.
If you guys
'cause
follow
I
the
think
train
I've been
tracks,
starting it off.
that's going to be considered like safe terrain. So it'll be harder for you to get an event.
Okie doke.
And you move 2 squares, not 1.
68.
Hey,
I was gonna move too, but then I realized it's Tristan's turn to move, so I stopped.
no event. Okay.
Where did we start? We started in.
Button it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, honestly.
We do have an event, David.
What is that?
Aeth is talking to the driver.
If
So-
it were 69, we'd have a much different event.
Aeth is fucking the driver. I'm sorry, Matt. Does gay sex upset you?
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely not.
If Aethys and this man were to dock right now, would you be upset?
Absolutely
Could we
not.
not talk about that?
So,
He wants to get in on that Chinese finger trap. Anyways.
you know, I didn't get your name.
He looks at you and says, I'm Vaven. Vaven Willowvale.
Vaven Willowvale. Why do you hate your job so much?
It's not the job that I hate so much. I've just done it for so long.
Well, why not get a new job?
Because I've already trained myself in the ways of riding and steering these carts, and it's a little late for me to pick up a new skill.
Isaiah pokes his head out the window. Why not just start your own business?
Exactly.
Surely then you could set your own hours, set your own pay, and then you could hire other people to do your job for you.
It's not exactly a luxury I have. Even though the prices have spiked since the chain thing happened.
What if I told you there was a place that could quite use your skills and be very appreciative to have you? Because you'd be sort of working in a vacuum.
Getting paid well, not interacting with annoying customers? Is that what I'm hearing?
You're hearing getting paid well and interacting with very important people who pay well.
They better not be annoying. What's the job?
So, less of a job, more of a career choice. You're going to have to leave Akron. Are you attached to this country?
I had a family, but they've all passed.
Well, we are
I'm sorry
knights
to hear
of
that.
the kingdom of Davii, you know, in Lustral.
Oh yeah, that place. Isn't it being, like, bombarded by zombies or whatever?
Nope. Actually, we're on the uptick right now because myself and my 2 companions, we are sort of solving the world's problems because no other country seems to give a shit enough. So What I'm offering is perhaps we don't have much infrastructure left in Davii. It's been sort of ravaged. If you would go back, I could tell my king that you are coming, and we could set up a transportation service to all the cities of Davii because we have nothing like you have in Akron.
He looks at you and your compatriots, and then sort of looks over at Philia and goes, and what exactly is she? What does she do for you?
Oh, she's a traveling doctor. We just sort of, whenever we get hurt, she helps.
She sort of gives a half-hearted wave before he says, "Right. Well, it's something to consider, I suppose."
Yes, it is. And if you could just write your name down for me here.
Oh, yeah. Is this translating to you needing me to tell you how to spell it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will do that in Discord real fast.
Yay, notes channel.
Yay, notes channel.
17th of Tarsak. We are in a cab with Rubber Duck. That's what I have for the 17th of Tarsak.
You've piqued Vaven's interest with more money.
Yay.
He shares with you that he's relatively old for an elf man, about 600 years old, and is still roughly 25 years from retirement, so any
That's
more
not
money is
long
good.
for an elf.
It's not long, but have you ever waited for like 5 minutes for something that you really want and just the anticipation kills you? Imagine 25 years of that.
No, I can't say that I have. Whenever I wanted something at the monastery, I just did it.
Thought it out.
All I ever really wanted to do was train with my weapon and read, though, so. Who knows?
I bet I've heard monks do a lot of training with their weapons when they're alone.
Ah, we do, actually. I like to polish mine sometimes, but ever since, recently, I haven't been able to polish it because it's, it's in use a lot, and I just... what's the point of polishing it if you're going to use it the very next day? You can't stop yourself from using it.
So, jumping past this, the 18th of Tarsak. If one of you could move it 2 squares and give me a luck roll.
Nice, you're up. Matthias Prime!
Nathaniel!
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
You had one chance, one opportunity. Did you take it?
28. That is not good enough to avoid an event.
Change!
Why are you like this?
Tobers put it in chat.
He put it in chat after you did it. It's a feedback loop of stupid anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Hang
I
on,
love
I'm
the
going
phrase.
through my notes. As you
Hello,
guys
friends.
are...
This is what we're really like.
Shut up.
Snake
yes.
bug.
I cannot believe that you landed on this again. Okay. So, as you guys are traveling, you see out in the distance, there is a small building. All 3 of you have seen this building before, so perception or history will work, whichever is higher.
You said perception or history?
Mm-hmm.
Hells yes.
23. Perception.
I rolled it.
I say 15.
18 for history.
Okay. Anyone who got an 18 or higher, You recognize this building to be the Traveling Star.
Oh.
A tavern that you have seen in the past, except it was in Lustre last time you saw it.
Stop.
Hey, let's stop in for a drink.
We need to stop for a drink. You should come with us.
I'm not really a drinker.
You're
That's
gonna love this
unfortunate,
place, I
Love it.
promise you.
Oh, I don't drink it either. It's just a cool place.
This is you're gonna love this place. Come on.
Magical.
He climbs out of the driver's seat, and before you all leave the carriage, Philia shakes Valg and goes, "Where the hell are you going?"
Probably come along too. Trust me, this place is safe.
Are you absolutely sure?
Quite positive.
Yeah, I've been here before. It's all good.
How could you have been here before? It's in Akron. You said you have never been.
Exactly. Follow us.
Let's go.
What? So, with
It's got
the,
weird properties.
with the two other people in tow, you walk over to this tavern, open the door, and you are greeted with the very same sight that you've seen twice over before.
I imagine this time we're all like hype about it. Like we walk through, like, hey!
Yeah.
We're
Isaiah's
back.
definitely got a bit of a stride to his step.
Tables all over with...
Isaiah.
Uh.
Falcom's just like hopping up on your fucking shoulder, just waving at the bartender.
Oh, okay.
The elven man who's wiping down a glass says, "Oh, it's you three again."
Our third time. Who expected that, right?
Definitely not I. Some people
Brought some friends this time.
I notice. And he gives a wave, and the other two just sort of like awkwardly wave back. And he says,
They're not really privy
I'd
to
like
the nature of your establishment.
I'm gonna order a drink.
He reaches a hand under the bar and pulls out what you ordered. If it's just a standard ale, he just...
I give him a toast and say, "To good company," and then chug it.
While you do so, he turns to Aethys and says, "Guessing we've landed in Lustre again?"
Nope, we're in
Akron.
Akron now.
Oh, that's interesting. He looks at a barmaid. She gets up on the stool and pins a... He asks you like specifically where, and after you give him the details, they put a pin directly where you guys are on the giant map of the Realm of Dawn. And he says, "It's been a long time, my friends. By my
Been a
count,
while.
by my count, at least 3 or 4 years. How go things?"
Luckily, your count isn't the same as ours.
Yeah. It's been only what, 2-3 months?
At most.
Well, in
We've,
any case, have you dealt with the king yet?
No, but we're slowly but surely making our way forward. We have another associate of his in our sights.
We've taken out 4 of his pawns. Wait.
3.
Yeah, 4 of his pawns.
3.
We're level 7 though.
You gained a level in the Feywild.
3 of his pawns. Haven't lost any pieces of our own yet either.
That's good to hear. Especially because I was a little worried about you, and he points to Aethys.
Why is that?
Oh, because of that. And he points to the top shelf of his liquor cabinet, where you see that there are... give me a second, my math's bad. 32 pieces from a chess set up on the sort of shelf. And you see that there are 3 black pawns that are shattered to pieces. And on the side with all of the white pawn, or all the white pieces, there's a single pawn that is broken. And there is a bishop that seems to have been split in half and rejoined.
Ah, yes. I technically died.
I see. Well,
Really no technicality about it. Scorpion got me. Right to the chest.
Yeah, it was pretty morbid.
It was
A fellow associate of ours, Truth, helped my associates bring me back.
Yeah.
I see.
Too
So,
important to keep dead, you know.
what happened with this one? And he points to the shattered white pawn.
Who on our side has died?
Curious.
I don't know who's died on our side. Who's been our pawns so far?
History check, and I'll tell you.
No. Hold on. For the first one, we had Truth. He was our first pawn. Well, your first pawn. For Jim. The second one was not Harvin. That was the third. The second one was for the
Gloriosa?
Was it Glorioso?
Well, it was his son, but I couldn't remember his name. Frail. That's his name.
That was
Frail, and our
was the
pawn was
main-
Glorioso.
Yep.
So, Glorioso, Harvin, and
There was one other, I thought.
our doctor friend. Well, you know, I really don't think he could hear us in here. This is a sort of multi-dimensional space.
Well, even so, I don't...
Fine. The doctor we have is our third. And I don't think Glorioso's dead. He's too powerful. Harvin could have killed himself if Kevin didn't come back. But I doubt it.
It is possible it's one we haven't.
Isaiah awkwardly sidles up to Aethys and leans over close to his ear and says,
Keith.
Whatever. Who cares? Or perhaps we're going to have to go into one of our next fights, Sans Pawn.
That is a possibility. I'm not certain.
Hate the image that I had in my head when you said Sans Pawn. Anyways.
Sans Pawn!
So,
I don't know.
the driver and Ophelia both sit down at the bar. The driver says, yeah, disregarding all that, you got coffee here? And again, just instantaneously, barkeep just lowers his hand under the bar, puts down a cup of coffee. Guy pays a couple of copper for it, begins drinking.
Oh, I'll have an extremely hot cup of water.
Lifts it up out from under the table.
And I
Under
put my
the
little
bar.
tea bag in it. Thank you. So nice not having to heat it myself.
Yeah, I
You
get
can
that
never
a
really
lot.
find a bar that does this. How do you... You know what? Don't want to know. Can we have some rooms?
Let me check in the back. And he walks back to the curtain, pushes it aside, and walks through. And your driver says, in the back? What does he mean?
You know, you learn not to ask questions here.
Walks out with he walks out with 6 keys and says, oh wait, I miscounted, and tosses one of them back into the back room. Says,
Interesting. How did you miscount?
It was a weird sort of thing. For some reason, when I went to the back and looked around for rooms for you all, I managed to find one extra. Doesn't tend to happen. It's weird.
I look around the bar. Is there anyone of note in here?
I mean, you see several adventurers from what appear to be different moments in time that are just sort of interacting, having fun.
No one that looks familiar, though?
Let me roll luck real fast. Whoops. My mouse is doing the double click thing. Okay. So there is exactly one person. You see that towards one of the tables to the back, there is a figure with 4 arms that's rolling dice with a group of other adventurers.
I think we found our 6th key. It's Bucket, right?
Seems that way.
I don't think there's any other 4-armed being on this planet.
Let's, shall we go, shall we
What
go
is that? What is that he's doing?
Upkick?
Oh,
I don't know.
He brought in some dice. Called them crackle dice.
They are very bright.
Oh yeah, they've been flashing in my eyes all night. Kind of wish they'd leave already.
How long's he been here?
He then looks at his watch. From my count, he's been here 6 months. By yours, he's been here about 3 hours.
Wow, time must go incredibly fast for you.
Or incredibly slow. It really depends on the day, or second, or minute.
So you're speaking at hyper speeds right now, but I'm perceiving it as slow.
That could be how it's understood.
That's crazy. Wow.
It's one of those things that you tend to not think of when you're in the Traveling Star.
That's fair. Well, we're going to go talk to Bucket. Thanks for the keys. I'll take one for him as well.
Oh. You all have a good day.
Night, but thank you.
Oh.
I'll
Sorry.
take-
It's hard to tell.
I'll take a whiskey as well
Understandably. This
Philia
guy
behind...
seems so sad.
Philia behind you just says, "What on God's green earth have you brought me into?"
Bartender, give me your best one-sentence description of what we're in.
You are in the Traveling Star.
Perfect. To Bucket.
No, you see, that doesn't answer my...
Yes, it does.
You guys
You're
arrive
not on
at
God's
the...
green earth.
You guys arrive at the table that Bucket is at. And
One could say you're not an Akron anymore.
when he turns and sees you all coming up, he immediately puts up 2 of his fists. He goes, "Hey! You don't mean any trouble, do you?"
Bucket. Jolly, green, giant.
Sorry, what?
Absolutely not, Bucket.
You are Bucket, right?
Yeah, how you know?
We met you on the
I,
pirate ship. Wait. Bucket, what year is it?
What year is it?
For you.
Yes, for
What
you.
year is it for you?
Before I came into this weird place, it was 1502, isn't it?
02? See, we're in 1504. Wait. 03 or 04? Gosh, ever since we've time traveled, it's been so hard to tell.
It's 04. You had it right.
Okay, just making sure. I wrote it down at the very beginning of my journal, and I've got like 16 pages in. So yeah, it's 1504 for us. So you're 2 years in the past. We're going to meet in the future, and you're going to. Oh, that's where he got Jolly Green and Giant from. It's an open and closed loop. That's crazy. This was always going to happen.
What are you talking
Isaiah
about?
is thoroughly confused as well.
We've met you before, but you have yet to meet us.
Exactly. We're going backwards in each other's time streams.
You're not making a lot of sense.
Right, whatever. What are you playing?
This is Crackle Dice.
What?
Yeah, it's something that I got from my it's actually from the Armakiri Kingdom, I believe.
Those are our neighbors.
It's a fun gambling game. Oh. Neighbors.
Davii is where we're from.
Oh, right, the people we stole from.
You
What?
stole from Davii?
Oh, wait, in the future they may not talk that much about the bank heist. Anyways.
Wait, what does that mean?
Oh, we stole from the bank.
There was never bank heist in Davii.
That bank's never been heisted.
That bank is unrobbable.
So they lie now.
No, it's never been. That's not a recorded incident.
They ain't gonna record it, because then it's not the most secure bank anymore.
I guess.
Isaiah is like almost hands on head, just like
Right,
what the fuck is going on right now?
well, you had anything
Isaiah
to talk
doesn't do
about?
too well with time travel.
Or you want to spend some money?
Wait,
Sure,
wait,
fuck it, I'll spend some money.
I have to pay money to play dice with you?
Yeah, it's gambling.
Gambling?
You never gambled?
I don't think so. Only privately? I look at Valgum like a yeah?
Where in
This
God's
is,
green earth are you from where you don't gamble?
I was raised in a monastery.
Oh, you're a monk.
I am.
I'm one of those too. Kind of.
Think you've told us about this.
What do you mean, kind of?
Ah, well, I was never in a monastery. I move my body weird. I'm what they call built different.
Oh, I get it. I'm also built different, and I go for a fist bump.
My man!
I mean, look at me. I can do this. Then I lift his crackle dice in the air with my mind.
Oh, that's crazy. I can do this. And he jumps up off of his stool, grabs it with all four arms, and rips it to pieces.
Whoa!
Oh God.
That is pretty cool.
You hear from the bar,
I feel
the guys
threatened.
shout, "You're paying for that," and and you hear Bucket go, "Yeah. Just bring another one, please."
Pulls out a coin purse literally the same size as him.
He the bartender goes into the back room briefly, pulls out another chair that looks exactly the same, including like some wear and tear on it. Walks over, sits it in the exact same spot, and Bucket hops on.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it, my man.
So,
Yes, sure. I will spend some money to play this game with you.
all right, how much y'all wagering?
What's the buy-in?
He looks at you and says, "What you got? I guarantee you it's less than what I got."
Oh. Then
Buy
what's
in
the
with
point
5
at that
gold.
point?
Wait, hold on. What is a buy-in?
That's how much you pay.
It's how much you pay to play, to start playing.
So why do we pay to play? Do we get a reward?
Yeah.
So
The
it's,
winner takes the money that everyone else bought in.
Essentially, you buy your way in, and that's how much money you start with. You gamble a little bit of it and try to win more, while also trying not to lose.
Got it. So the person who wins takes all of the money the people paid to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we should give him all of our money because then we could double it.
Well, the problem with that is if we lose that,
But
we
there's
have no
three
money.
of us. There's three of us and one of him. Statistically, one of us is more likely to win.
But
For whatever reason,
I'm
I
assuming
don't
there are
feel
other
as
people at
confident
this
as
table
you do
gambling,
about
though.
this
Yeah.
office.
Yeah. They're all just sort of boredly waiting
Hey,
for
this. There's another crowd here too. We don't, we're not just playing against him.
Well, there's still three of us. We have 3 times as much
We're
chance to
not
double our
gambling
money.
all our money
Why not?
because I don't want to lose all of our money.
Well, you don't want to take a risk.
Not that big of a risk.
What does it matter? We could just go back to Davii and get more. It's just yellow metal. It's everywhere.
Wait, you said you could get more in Davii? Where exactly?
I look at Bucket and squint. I'm not telling you.
Yeah, that's worth a shot.
All right.
All I'm saying is, we don't need the gold. We have rations, equipment, mount.
Eventually, our rations are gonna run out. But I mean, I see a point. But we shouldn't go gambling all of it. Now let's say 20 gold.
Each? For sure.
I think with that we.
How many other people are at the table?
There are 4 other people.
So 5 plus 3, 8 times 20. 160 is the pot.
Okay, y'all are spending 20?
Yeah.
Each, so we're down to 115.
Okay, then. Go ahead and roll me luck, boys.
Ouch.
94.
13.
20.
So, after you roll the dice and the game is explained to you, you guys go through each round, and one by one, people end up being dropped. First, it's Isaiah. Then one of the other adventurers. Bucket himself goes out next. Then another one of the adventurers. Down to Isaiah and a woman who looks to...
This woman.
A woman who looks to be a huntress with a bow across her back. And after one final roll-off, Aethys wins, and she scoffs and says, "Right, I'm not doing this anymore. Let's get out of here." And she snaps her fingers, and a spider falls from the ceiling, and it follows her out of the traveling star.
Oh.
Was that a tiefling?
My notes are bad. Tristan, what race was Narissa?
She was a tiefling. She was a bright pink tiefling.
Yes, it was a bright pink
That
tiefling
was-
you saw.
It was her and
Wow.
Keith.
Fucking Keith.
We have so many Keiths.
Mm-hmm. Good name. Right, so that was pretty easy.
So that brings
Told
y'all
you.
up to...
You.
Beginner's
No.
luck.
This
Thanks,
is
Aethys.
just luck.
It's statistics. We're 300% more likely to win. Even if we were to lose, we could play again and reap our benefits back. It's statistics. It's math.
Philia from behind you says, "You have, I think,
You
the
also need
first
to know
ever
when to
case
quit.
of a gambling addiction without really knowing what gambling is."
I'm
An
inclined
addiction?
to agree.
An addiction. Diction is the way you speak.
An
You-
addiction.
You must know what addiction is, at least.
No, I can't think of an example of it.
She just slaps her forehead and says, "One of the others will explain it to you. I'm going to my room. This place gives me a headache."
Open the bedside drawer. It'll be exactly what you want will be in there.
Unless it's some sort of remedy for headaches, I don't think that there's anything I want in there, but thanks for the offer.
We'll check the drawer for remedy for headaches. You'll see.
She walks away with her key in hand, and after a moment, Vaven goes, "I think I'm gonna go to my room too."
Hey, same thing goes for you. Check that drawer. It'll have exactly what you want.
Exactly what I want, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before he wanders off as well.
If you get too literal with it, it might be a little weird.
After a couple more rounds of y'all going pretty much even, you see as at some point Bucket holds his ear up, or holds his fingers up to his ear and goes, "Hey Captain, what is it?" "Ah, but I'm doing real well right now." "Fine." And he grabs his dice and says, "Sorry boys, looks like we're heading offshore."
Okay, goodbye. Have fun.
travels.
"So what'd y'all say your names
You'll-
were?"
Jolly, Green, and Giant.
"Oh, those are good crew names. I'll have to tell the captain."
Do that.
And he wanders off.
And I am going to bed.
I'm
Uh,
also good.
Okay. So, Aethys, you now have an extra key.
Yeah,
Because,
I go to my room and open the door, and then I sort of like pocket that key and then turn around to look for the door to the other with the other key.
Yeah, after a moment you find it.
And I open it well, first I knock.
You don't hear any... actually, give me a perception roll.
Okay. 18.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. I unlock it and open the door.
Yeah, you look around and it looks fairly similar. The blanket on the bed is a different color. The one in your room that you had was green, while in here it's sort of like a deep red.
Red. Hmm. Red. I look at the key. Who are you?
The key does not answer.
No, I know. I just sort of like pace around the room for a bit, realize I'm not going to find anything. Just pocket it and remember the color red and walk back to my green room.
Valgum, you go to your room and the blanket on it is purple. Very deep purple.
I like purple.
Isaiah, yours is blue.
Ah.
And you guys have any other fuckery before you plan on sleeping?
No. Isaiah's just gonna kind of crawl in.
I think about a set of crackle dice, and I open the bedside drawer.
Sure enough, you see these 3 dice that match the ones that Bucket had.
I'll show the world my diction, and I grab the dice.
Lord.
Right, so after you guys...
Falcon gets looking into the drawer for a late night snack and then goes to bed.
Yeah. You find a... you find something very interesting, Valgum.
Mm-hmm.
When you look for a midnight snack, you find a small like plate of these sort of savory hand pies,
Okay.
and the vent holes in it have been cut into the shape of a heart, something that you remember your wife doing for you whenever she would make these.
Valgum is
Wholesome.
yeah, just kind of like, oh.
Aw. Oh. All we have to do is kill this fucker.
Eats pie sadly.
Isaiah, do you have anything?
Also, I asked the Oh Holy Drawers for a dragon chess set.
And it provides.
Perfect. I also ask it for some glue.
Gives you just standard glue.
Like good glue. I close it and open it.
It gives you slightly better quality glue.
And I glue all of the pieces to the board in their respective slots.
Okay.
And then I take my sword and I slice through 3 of the black pawns and 1 of the white pawns.
Interesting.
And I burn the bishop a little bit.
Okay, is this how you're going to keep tally from now on?
Yes, I want an actual board.
Okay, then. I will set that up for you momentarily in the table. Or actually, I'll do that over the break.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it right now.
But, okay. Isaiah, you got anything in particular that you're doing?
Nope.
Okay.
He's literally just gonna fucking faceplant onto the bed and goes.
I hate. So, after you all go to sleep and wake up, you see that there is a small thing on your nightstand when you wake up. First off, there's a note with it that says, "Thank you for being returning customers of the Traveling Star." And after that, behind it, you see a chocolate mint. Not as in like a small thing with mint in it, but like a chocolate replica of a building in which coins are made.
Okay.
Oh, a chocolate building! I've never had one of these. What is a mint?
That's familiar.
He got the idea from Valgo. So, You guys sort of wake up and I assume begin your way back towards the bar.
Yes, only after I grab a piece of that chocolate mint.
I'm the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not a huge piece of chocolate. It like fits in your hand, but
I
Okay.
I asked the drawer for a couple more chocolate mints.
they are in there. Although it's weird. One of them doesn't look like a building. One of them is square and it has a green strip down the middle.
What is this one? I bite into it. Is it nice and cooling and refreshing?
Yes, one could say it's minty.
Oh, mint the herb in chocolate. That's such a good idea. Someone is Valgum!
Malcolm rushes over.
I open the door. I open the door. Valgum!
Is everything okay at this? What's
Come
going
here.
on?
Come here. And I go back over to the door and go, give me more of those square chocolate mints. And I open it.
Sure enough, there are...
Try this.
Because
Try
you
this.
explicitly said square, it does give you the ones that you want.
All right, I grab one. It's like, it's not like the others. All right.
So you know how, like, tea can be improved by the different types of herbs you put in,
Valgum's
right?
already putting it in his mouth.
That one has mint in it. I use mint in my tea. But it's so good with chocolate.
Why has this never been done before?
See? You think Isaiah
gonna-
would like mint chocolate?
I don't know, but
I grab a fistful and stuff them in my pack.
Valgum also grabs a fistful.
Yo, Fantasy Andy's mints! Fantasies mints? Sandy's mints?
Sandy mints.
Sandy mints. Ugh.
So, from there, you guys, God damn it, you guys go down to the bar and find your compatriots waiting for you. Vaven is he has another cup of coffee. Meanwhile, Ophelia just looks confused.
Are you alright?
Both with and without her disguise, she just looks like she is questioning reality itself.
Are you okay?
I thought you were messing with me about the drawer, but it did have...
Oh no, pretty cool, right?
What is this place?
Best we can gather, I look at Valgum. He's actually probably going to be better at explaining it.
So, best we can gather is this is not part of the material plane. I assume with its nature that it's possibly fate, but it could be its own thing. I forget. It's been a minute since we've been here.
The rules of the normal world just don't seem to apply here.
I mean, here, try one of these, and I hand her one of the mints that we got.
Oh, they are so good. Refreshing chocolate.
They're alright.
The drawer made them. I guess if you're not a mint person, you probably wouldn't care too much for them, but I can't get enough of the mint. And with this
It's
chocolate,
so good. Isaiah!
I was screaming about mint.
Try this.
Oh, I don't eat chocolate.
What? How do you not eat chocolate?
Too sweet.
You literally drink honey.
Don't like the.
You don't like the consistency
No.
of chocolate,
No.
which has the exact same consistency as honey when melted. Just say you don't like
Not
chocolate.
quite. You're right. I don't like.
Right. It's not a consistency thing. You just don't like the flavor.
So,
See why we're awkward. But
Canthus looks offended.
so
Thank you for your offer. Yes.
Ophelia interrupts and says, "Can we go? I'm pretty sure spending a whole night here means that our cart's likely gone."
Oh no! I promise it's still there, and I wouldn't open the door for everybody. How long does it look like it's actually been? Is it still night?
When you look outside, it looks like it's actually just about sunset.
Huh.
Well,
Have we gone back or forward?
I mean, you found this
Perhaps
place
not at all.
midday. You didn't find it at night.
Okay. Well, look at that. Now we get to travel at night. My
Excellent.
favorite time to travel.
That is a stealthier idea.
It's when the snakes come out. Why did I say that?
Aethys, I'm beginning to worry this place is actually starting to mess with your brain.
No, it's just like I had this really sudden compulsion to touch a snake.
This place hurts my head. I'm leaving.
Does anyone have a snake?
Vaven says, yeah, I need to check on the cart.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Sorry. Continue.
Onward and forward.
Yes.
So, with that, you guys
Speaking of snakes, do you remember when we did the monster hunting campaign and our first enemy was literally a 6-foot long snake?
Yep. The ambush viper.
I thought it was the golden pit viper.
And nearly
No.
killed 2 of our fucking party members.
Just because its poison was so goddamn deadly.
So, you travel through the night to the 19th of Tarsak. If I could get...
No, you-
Yep, and... Dice. Luck roll.
65.
No event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after one more day of travel,
Yo, we snogging in chat.
I don't like that.
Snake pog. Snog.
That's just PogChamp
Pog.
now.
Snog champ.
I hate. So. Sorry, I looked at Blazeball for 2 seconds and got very confused. Anyways. So. Snogging. So. You guys, after another day of uneventful travel, find yourselves in, outside of the incredibly reclusive Redwater. The city, while being on the ocean, does not have a dockyard. It is instead completely walled in, and every gate that you come near is closed.
Is there red water?
No.
It's disappointing.
The waters are
Any,
crystal clear as ever.
No openings at all, then?
There are, like, gates, but, it isn't until you, like, travel a decent amount around the city that you see that there's a small, area that's kind of like a castle that's been walled off, outside of the city limits.
Are there any chains?
Well, there are chains just, like, dotting the landscape. One of them actually going through Redwater, but there aren't any...
No, obviously chain structures.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I look at Isaiah and Valgum like, should we sneak in or do you want to just knock?
Are you referring to Redwater or the castle thing outside of it?
Redwater.
Well, there are guards posted on the inside of the walls, like on the inside of the gates.
So, yeah, I think our best bet would probably just be to knock.
Well, if you wanted backup that wasn't immediately noticeable, could make a couple of us invisible.
It's actually not a bad idea. I don't think they would. If it looks like I'm about to get attacked, cast it on both of you, and then come out, so they think I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to you in your mind if I need you to do it.
So stay back is what you're saying.
Yeah, I want them to think I'm alone. And I actually get inside the cart this time.
Okay. So
And
you
then
guys,
I tell them to go all the way to the gate.
you guys get to one of these gates, and Vaven is stopped by the two guards.
And then this is when I get out and I walk to the front.
One of these guards, who's there's a blue and a white dragonborn guard waiting at the gates, and the blue one says, sorry, no outsiders in Redwater for the time being.
And why is that?
Since the chains fell, things have gotten worse and worse for us. Outright
What if I
seclusion
could-
is the best solution.
What if I could fix it?
Take no offense, stranger, but you can't really fix our problems.
I sort of look up and see a bird off in the distance, and I'm like, the sunlight sure is shedding its grace on those birds and their wings. And I look at them intensely.
Gonna roll two things. The white dragonborn perks his eyes and says, I see. What are you here for? His buddy is confused as shit.
Let me go get my doctor. And I go back and I poke my head in, and I'm like, hey, rubber duck.
For a moment, she doesn't remember that's supposed to be her code name before going, oh, right.
Not sure.
Hey, there's a dragonborn out here who knows who the Wings of Grace are. You want to come talk to him? Get us in?
Ah, yes. And she climbs out of the cart with you. And she says her hellos to the dragonborn, who introduces himself as Irrhon, Irrrhon.
Irrhon.
And
Irrhon.
Philia tells him that you're looking for Praetorian monster goods. And after a moment, Aaron says, oh, is that all that this is about? It's that structure outside of our walls. They tend to hire a lot of outsiders, so we haven't allowed them in the city limits for a while.
Ah,
I see.
makes sense.
I wish you the best on your journey.
Say,
Oh.
I look at the white dragonborn. Real quick, why is Redwater closed? We're in the business of solving problems.
Dragonborn are not seen very positively here in Akron nowadays.
Why is that?
Well, we've had some issues in the past with a dragon named Gax the Glimmering, who essentially was terrorizing the continent, and some people believed that either Gax had power over Dragonborn or that we did his bidding willingly. That was very long ago. However, somehow Gax is alive again, and those sort of suspicions have driven us out of places like Blemthor and Zippoke. Redwater is the only truly dragonborn city in Akron, and will be the only place any of us are truly safe.
I sort of look at my chessboard. Gax. I didn't see him in the mirrors.
You did not.
So he's got to be a pawn. if he's anything, well, why else would he be resurrected? Is he someone else's creation? Is he under someone else's thrall? The guy with the dragon staff. I mean, the guy with the dragon staff. Valgum. Valgum?
What was that, Aethys?
That guy with the dragon staff we saw in the mirrors. What you saw in the mirrors. You recognized him.
Yes.
He was your old something?
Old professor.
Yes. He had a dragon's egg on his staff, right?
He did.
Is he particularly adept with dragons? Is that like a new thing? What? Could he have brought a dragon back from the dead?
Truth be told, I don't know.
Balgam, you know his area of expertise. I'm just giving this to you for free because you studied with this man for goddamn 15 years.
Right.
You know that his area of expertise was archaeology, and he had a particular interest in Akron and the sort of prehistoric dragons that were once there.
Truth be told, I couldn't rightly tell you whether his figure has or hasn't. If anyone could, it would have been him. This was.
So he dug for dead dragon bones.
That's about the short of it. Yes, he was archaeologist like myself, except he studied more ancient dragon lore, whereas I studied ancient people lore.
I look at the Dragonborn, and Gax came back about 3 years ago, yes?
Around the same time the chains fell.
Oh, and this just like is like, that's why that old man is going to be a challenge. He's got a fucking dragon. Well, I'm looking forward to fighting your former professor.
I'm not exactly thrilled that he's on the wrong side.
Well, some people will do anything for power. Looking at you, guy with no head and a swole body.
Yes, but I thought I knew him better than that.
That's true. It would sting if I found out that, my old grandmaster was one of these bad guys we had to kill.
Yeah.
But luckily, my old rival is, and I can't wait to kill him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've been saying this in the middle of the street. Oh, sorry. We'll go.
You all have a safe journey.
You as well.
Thank you for all your help.
So, after this happens, as you're walking back to the cart, you hear the Blue Dragonborn go, "The hell was with those guys?" And and Irrit just going, "Don't worry about them. I have a feeling they will be more of a help than a detriment." And
I turn around at them and I point to myself and I go, "Remember this face when Gax dies." I put my thumbs up and I get back in the cart.
so, from here, you guys are going to the other structure, yeah?
The one that they pointed out as Praetorian Monster Goods.
Yeah. So, it's maybe another 5 minutes of travel before you get to it. And like I said before, it's a very large castle-like structure, but it doesn't look like it's got a central building. It looks like it's just more of a courtyard that's been marked off with these huge walls. And upon you all getting closer, you see as a kobold walks forward. She's fairly old, but she looks like she's very physically fit as still. She comes to the cart and says, hello, may I ask what your business is here at Praetorian?
How do I explain it?
We're here to seek out one of your associates.
We need information, yeah.
Ah, information. Well,
Hey, has Gambit fed?
I haven't fed him.
He's got food in his bowl.
uh, the kobold woman with a very large metal arm says, oh, if it's information you want, you're probably going to want to talk to Gwendolyn. And, sorry, what?
I was saying, sure.
She walks back over to the gate and pushes it open. After a moment going, oh, right, procedure and all that, and then closes it again and says, sorry, I need names. Who are you?
I am Dr. Valgum Caston.
Dr. Valgum Caston. A doctor. Ooh.
Sir Aethys of the Kingdom of Davii.
Ooh, a Knight of the Davii. Interesting.
And Isaiah Fimaclas, Knight of Davii.
2 Knights of Davii and a doctor. Wow.
A third Knight of Davii, who also happens to be a doctor.
Yeah, he is Sir Dr. Valgum Caston.
That's word even.
I just feel-
amazing.
I just feel it's a bit cumbersome of a title.
So then she quickly scurries over the door, pulls out this sort of metal, sort of cone-like thing, sort of like a phonograph, but just the metal tube.
I'd like to shimmy up next to Aethys.
And
Yep.
she shouts into this tube, we got 3 Knights of Davii here, Gwendolyn. They apparently need to talk to you. After a moment, you hear a, very well, let them in, but don't let them near the forge or the training grounds.
If the Warforged has eyes and ears everywhere, then he pretty much knows we just showed up to his former place of work.
Yeah, that's why I didn't talk about Rubber Duck.
After a moment, you're let in. And you guys see that this place has a very large courtyard with a few central buildings. There are people sort of in the back that are practicing their martial skills and training in a very large training ground. And you see that there is sort of a grand hall in the center of it, and there is there's a half-elf woman who is sort of waiting, dressed very, very professionally, and she has these glasses suspended from chains down to her pocket that don't seem to actually connect to her ears or anything else to keep them up. And she says, who in this caravan is a Knight of Davii?
I raise my.
So do I.
Me as well. I stand up with my chair.
Right. You 3 may come in. The others need to wait outside.
I look at Rubber Duck. I give her a thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you cool with staying outside? Do you want to come in?
She simply just shrugs and says, if that must be the way, it must be the way.
I speak in her head. I'll keep you updated.
So you guys see as the cart goes back out of the walls, and you are all led into this grand hall. And you are brought to a side door where, or you're brought down a hallway where there are 2 offices. One of them appears to be very dusty, and it's been sort of locked, while she brings you to the other one, which is prim and properly cleaned. that has a placard that says Gwendolyn Cirrus.
Is there
On
a
the
placard
door?
for the dusty one?
Yes, but it's a little dirty to read. You may try if you want to roll a perception.
Yes, I do. That's a 13.
You can see that the last name says Nimbus. So, you're all led into this office. She walks around and sits down at her desk and says, right, now, you three have come for some reason. May I know what that is?
Information about one of your previous members?
Information about a previous hunter?
I think
Yes.
so.
Don't tell me one of the tall stag twins got into something again.
Are
No.
any of them made of metal?
She raises an eyebrow and says, our only Warforged hunter quit about 20 years ago?
What's his name? Glaive?
Yes. How are you aware of this?
That's the one we want to know more about.
Well, what exactly is it that you wish to know?
Why did he?
What do you think of Glaive?
His time here, he was very dependable. He was about the only level-headed person on the Yellow Fiends.
Is she hiding anything, or does she look to be like just thinking he's just a hunter?
You can insight check.
All right.
Roll perception/deception, depending on which one she's trying to go for.
Nice. 23.
Her words seemed very genuine.
Oh, you poor soul. So, do you know what the Ring of Fire is?
She looks and says, oh, I'm very well aware of the Ring of Fire. Most people are.
Yes. Well, Glaive has found his way to the head of the Ring of Fire, replacing the orc that was previous there.
You'll understand. Well, actually, no. That does kind of make sense. Glaive was always telling me ways that we could make Praetorian a little more efficient, gold-wise. Seemed like a very smart man, but I didn't assume it from a place of malice.
Well, you know, he's made of metal, so he's very good at hiding emotion.
I suppose that's true.
And the thing is, we need to know where he is. We got to get to him. We have to stop him from keeping, the Ring of Fire doing what it's doing, taking these people.
Well,
Anything you could give us would help.
there are a couple of oddities about him since he was here, but I don't know how useful they are nowadays.
What cities he liked, perhaps?
All I can tell you that would point you in a direction is how we paid him in the past.
How's that?
Normally, our hunters are paid a commission based on the monsters. Normally, our hunters get a commission based on the danger of the monster they killed and how many of the supplies they bring back from said kill. In the case of Glaive, though, he never wanted the money in hand. He always asked us to use a courier service to bring it to the city of Zippoke.
Interesting.
She goes and rifles through her desk for a moment before pulling out a very old and tattered piece of paper. And she says, this paper has directions on it to said building that he apparently liked his money to be given.
Okay, thank you.
I
A small little aside, I was looking over our map the other day, and I saw that to our southeast there is a city called Glavis.
Glavis.
Any relation? You think?
Hang on, what are you talking about?
Look on the map.
What's on the map?
Right here.
Oh, Glavis.
Yeah.
She says, not that I'm aware of. If my notes and charts are remembered correctly, I believe that is a city on the Isle of Beasts. We don't
Yeah.
typically send hunters there.
Do you receive them from there?
Very rarely.
Just a thought. Thought it was a little bit of a coincidence.
Clave was rather shifty about his past, but I'm not exactly one to point out that sort of thing. We all have skeletons to hide.
I don't have any skeletons. I typically leave them where they die.
Right. In any case, is that all that you needed?
Maybe. If it isn't, can I come back?
Our doors will be open to you. I'm very sorry that I can't give you more than just Zippoke to go on.
That's fine. That's fine. We have the address. We can look for clues. We're pretty good at that. We have a
You're
pretty.
muted.
Valgum is a pretty smart guy.
Isaiah leans forward and asks, "You wouldn't happen to have any combat records from Glavis's hunts or Glaive's hunts, do you?"
Well, I can tell you what I've seen him use. He was one of our only sharpshooters, along with a man called Enos.
Amos?
Amos. They were at one point actually very close, if I recall correctly. Amos found Glaive to be the only person in the Yellow Fiends that was worth talking to.
I mean, that makes sense. Glaive seems like a pretty cool guy. I just really wish he hadn't, been kidnapping people.
She pulls up a small book and flips through it. And she says, here it is. Glaive, background, called himself a mercenary veteran, whatever that means. Dresses rather regally. Warforged. Weapon of choice is a high-power sniper rifle.
Thought he used a glaive.
Now you see that would make sense, but no, he did not. He was a high-powered rifle user. His methodology for going for kills was to remain in the shadows and strike when they were unsuspecting, which, in hindsight, now I see the similarities.
And he was never self-absorbed, grandstanding.
No, if anything, he took himself... If anything, he seemed to brush off both success and failure with the same demeanor. As though he didn't exactly care about what he was doing.
The lack of emotions.
Maybe he just saw what we were doing here as practice for the things that he intended to do on the ring.
Maybe.
I couldn't tell you for sure, but I do remember he was an interesting person to be on the Yellow Fiends because the rest of that team tended to be rather overly emotional about the hunts.
Well, perhaps they were perfectly balancing for each other.
Perhaps. All right, well, I will give you this information that I have, and if there's anything else that I can help you with, don't hesitate.
Right. Well, hopefully I won't be back until Glaive is dead.
Yes, well, best of luck to you. I genuinely had no idea.
It's okay. I don't think anybody else did either. Bye-bye!
All right.
And once again, we're off.
We're off.
So you guys,
I'm so glad we paid for extra days.
get to the back out towards the courtyard of Praetorian, and you guys head back towards the gate. I'm assuming.
Mhm.
And when the kobold woman opens the doors for you, you see that the cart is gone.
That's not good.
Is Rubber Duck also gone?
Yes, both of your compatriots and the cart appear to be missing.
Where did the cart go?
She looks and the kobold woman looks and says, "Yeah, about that. I was gonna ask, were you supposed to be dropped off here? Are you new hunters or?"
No, where did our cart go?
Well, the driver said that there was important business to take care of in Zippoke.
Motherfucker.
Oh no.
We have to fucking go
Just
to
take off
Spokane.
sprinting.
Yeah.
If we go fast enough, we can catch it.
Okay, bye.
We were only in there for like a minute.
Aethys could catch him.
This just takes off, going full monk.
Okay.
I can move at triple my move speed in 6 seconds.
All right. I'm gonna
I'm
need-
moving.
I'm going
How
to need
fast
a.
are my boots?
I'm going to need a dexterity check from each of you
Yeah.
at advantage with
A save
for,
or a check?
a check.
Okay.
At advantage for everyone except Isaiah because Isaiah no longer has the fly boots or the monk speed.
Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to use my human determination
Okay.
to give
So
myself advantage.
So you will have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, does that work on checks or saves?
It works on checks.
Okay, I thought it was just saves.
That's still a 14.
Okay, what
I
did
got a
everyone get?
17.
14, 17, and...
Pause. This is the wrong character sheet.
Oh.
I had Kira pulled up, not.
Oh, whoops.
Whoa.
Nice.
I was about to say, you were not that perceptive before.
I've always had a +6 to perception on him.
Oh.
Kira has a negative.
Oh. Then what the fuck?
Hey, this is the wisdom character, dude.
Yeah. But, go ahead and...
Okay, so altogether that is a 10 for me.
A 10, okay. So, Aethys begins ahead of everyone else, sprinting down this road to try to get to this cart. But he ends up tripping, falling, and rolling over, and it takes him a significant amount of time to try to recover from it. Isaiah, you begin sprinting behind him, but catch up to him after his fall. Knowing that he's probably fine, you just continue on, and it gets to the point where you can see it in the distance, but you're not quite fast enough to catch up. However, what?
I want to extend my jump.
Oh fuck! I forgot we could be Hulk leaping! I can leap 60 feet with the ring of jumping!
Okay, well,
I got boots of flying.
let me catch up.
That's true!
So
yeah, no, they don't work like that though.
But as soon as you're about to begin your leap, Isaiah, you see as Valgum flutters past you with his boots, and he gets to the cart and lands on it. Isaiah, while you are on top of this cart, it's going as fast as this horse can possibly carry it. You see in the driver's side, instead of Vaven, you see Vaven's bottom half with a goblin sticking out of the pants, and Vaven's top half with goblin legs, both sitting in the driver's seat.
Mother.
Fuck!
Everyone's goblins.
I hate Glaive, dude!
Okay.
Can you slow the cart down so we can catch up?
Uh,
Kill the horse if you have to. Do not let them get away from us.
No, I'm
No.
gonna fucking kill the goblins.
I'm gonna
I understand.
try
I'm asking if Valgum can slow down the fucking cart so we can
I'm
catch
gonna
up.
try to use the hypnotic pattern if I can on the
Ooh.
horses and/or goblins. I
Save a
gotta remember
horse,
the
kill a
range.
Baven.
I gotta remember the range.
I mean, you are definitely within range. This isn't a very big
Yeah.
cart.
No, I mean the range of the. It's an AOE thing.
Ah.
I know I have range for this because this is 120 feet and I'm on top of the cart. But no, it's a 30-foot cube.
Okay, so they need wisdom saves. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, wisdom saves.
Can't wait to see what the horse's wisdom save is.
Would you believe if I had that? Oh, well, one of the goblins rolled in that one.
Yeah.
The horse got a fucking 12.
Nice. Well, they fail.
Everything fails, yeah. So the horses stop dead in their tracks, and the goblins just go, ah.
Oh my god.
After a moment, you two catch up with the cart.
No.
Oh, I know.
Ugh.
It's a cube that goes through walls and shit, right?
It's twisting patterns of colors that weaves through the air.
He can put it wherever he wants, so he doesn't have to get anything else.
I mean, I assume if they look out the windows of the cart, they'd see it.
Okay,
So,
well, in any case, if it doesn't go through the cart, then don't worry about it. So you guys end
doesn't
up.
explicitly say, but I imagine.
Oh. While I wait for Andrew to reconnect. So you guys catch up and see these two goblins with this person disguise on. The inside of the cart is very silent, however. Hello?
Hello. I'm
Yes.
going to
Yep.
check the cabin.
I'm keeping the spell up for the whole minute as long as I can.
When you open up the cart, you see that Ophelia is currently unconscious, her hood ripped down, and her hands and legs tied and bound, and a single dagger through her chest.
Mother. Can I check her pulse?
Yeah, roll me medicine.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Andrew has blue screened.
Holy shit. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Well, Andrew is currently blue screened. He will be RB.
I heard. I'll catch him up in a minute. So, Isaiah, you feel the pulse, and it's definitely slowed, but it is not gone.
So she's alive. Can I cast Healing Word on her?
Yeah, you say your healing word, and after a moment, the sort of wound around this dagger in her chest begins to close.
Yeah. So that's gonna do. She's gonna get. I think it's a D4. Yeah.
Yeah.
D4 plus something.
Plus your spell modifier, isn't it?
Plus spell modifier.
I believe.
Which, if that's the case, that's a +3 then. Because intelligence. Yeah.
So, again, it's certainly healing, but she doesn't like open her eyes. It appears as though she's been knocked unconscious rather than brought to zero. You're fine. Philia is inside the cart with a dagger in her chest, and they just healed her a little.
Gotcha.
The goblins and the horses are still entranced, but the spell duration's a minute, so
I would like to tie both of the goblins up.
Yeah, so you pull the Vaven disguise off of them both and tie them up. The horses themselves seem to be jiving because of the hypnotic effect.
I'm just waiting for the hypnotic pattern to wear off.
Well,
yeah,
that's
after a minute it wears off.
Okay,
I have some questions for these goblins.
By the end, they sort of blink awake and look around and
As
go,
the patterns
"Ah!"
vanish.
Hello, Vaven.
Nah. Get away from us.
No. In fact, and I want to punch one of them just 3 times, like neck, shoulder, stomach, but I'm not going to do any damage. As I am going to extract the truth from him by slapping him in the right nerves.
I see. Okay.
I have to roll the hit, but it won't let me choose a color. There we go. Okay. If at least one of these connects, I can do it. Those are all +6.
So there's definitely a hit.
15, 16, 21.
So there's definitely a hit, like a million.
Okay, so he cannot lie for a minute.
Okay.
Now, where's Glaive?
He looks around and the other goblin just sort of shakes his head, but the goblin just says, he's in Zippoke.
I show him the address. Is this the correct address?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Now, is there a real... Is there a real Vaven?
He looks at you and chuckles and says, half the people on this continent are us.
Holy shit.
So do you replace them every time they get stolen? Wait, half the people on this continent are goblins. That's not an exaggeration.
The goblin says, the ones we take, we assume their place.
I see. What do you do with the ones you take?
They travel the ring.
Oh, they're slaves.
They are sent where we are paid.
Oh, this will be good information to get out of Glaive.
You see the goblin that's not being interrogated, shaking around violently, going, "Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!"
No. I really wish we had a bag of holding.
I'd rather just toss them on the side of the road and leave them to starve.
No, we can't let them leave alive.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Well, I'm going to start practicing my golf swings.
As you are teeing up... Oh, how convenient. As you start teeing up, you see that both of these goblins immediately begin screaming in pain as their heads slowly inflate before exploding.
Oh, God.
He knew.
His eyes are the goblins.
I see.
I mean, his eyes are the goblins. That's what I think now.
Well, we know he's in Zippoke, but he knows we're coming.
But maybe he knows that you know that he would know.
But if he knows that we know that we would know that he'd know, then he'd know not to go anywhere because he'd know we'd look elsewhere. So we should keep going to Zippoke.
Yep.
Well, he's going to be there, and he's going to be prepared.
Yeah, he seems more like the type to fortify his place than run.
We should probably stabilize a rubber duck in the cabin.
I don't think there's much point in hiding her name anymore. She's been found out.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but she gets all weird about it, even though it makes perfect sense to just use her name.
I think this should change her mind. Maybe
Alright.
she'll be a little bit more reasonable.
I doubt
Um,
it, but do your best.
Is it my turn to roll?
To roll for what?
To roll for movement?
Yeah, I sat next to
Well,
Baven.
first and foremost, do you have anyone with proficiency in land vehicles?
Nope, I don't think we do. Wait. I remember someone saying it.
Well, yeah, you learned, didn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
Aethys attempted to learn water vehicles, not land.
No, I am proficient with water vehicles.
I don't think I am. I am not. I'd love to be, but I'm not. I think I should become proficient with land vehicles.
Is this grassland?
At the moment, you guys are actually like in a coastal area.
I'll be honest, fellas, this happens to us a lot. I think it's about time I learn how to drive this thing.
Well, it looks like we just got a free cart, so...
Can I attempt to learn how to do this, DM?
It's gonna be rough, but you can certainly try.
Let's do it.
Will we go slower than walking?
You won't go slower than walking, but the way that I'm gonna do this, the way I'm gonna do this is every single time you move, he's gonna roll a vehicle check, and if it's a fail, then you guys only move 1 square. If it's a success, you move 2.
Okay.
And if it's a nat
Sounds
20,
good.
I'm just giving proficiency.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Now that I've said that, his very first roll is going to be a 20.
All right. Let's test this.
who's unluckier, David or Tristan? So we're about to find out.
We all know the answer to that.
Let's find out.
Pretty sure it's Tristan.
Pretty sure it's not. What did I say?
Holy shit! Yes! Fuck yeah!
What did I
Melvin.
fucking say?
Fuck yes! I love it.
So that was the nat
you-
20.
You
Belgium
can't
knows how to
possibly...
drive vehicles now.
Tristan?
Oh,
Let me be absolutely clear here. You're not allowed to say you're unluckier than me anymore. Ever.
Okay.
oh my god.
Fuck yeah, dude. Holy shit.
Fucking hog.
I needed this.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right, so this is going to be my one good roll for the night, guys. Don't expect anything else from me in combat.
So, you guys
Firth.
begin to travel towards Zippoke, but right now we are actually going to take our break. It's been about 2 hours.
Doggy.
When we return, we will have you guys continuing your journey to Zippoke to see if you can uncover this whole thing with Glaive. To those of you in the chat, thank you very much for watching. We are going to be going on break for... Our breaks are normally 10 to 15 minutes, and we're right at about the 8 o'clock mark for me, so 8:10 work for y'all?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for watching. We will be... In the meantime, Andrew, as you requested, the The board is currently set up with all the pieces that you know of.
The chairs board.
If you don't know the explicit name of a piece, then that piece is not named on the board.
Sir Dr. Falcom Caston of the Davii Kingdom, originally from the University of Thimbleton. Oh, fuck.
The name is
Smart
gonna
in the dumbest ways.
it's gonna take like a
you go.
paragraph by the end of the campaign just to say
Thank you, sir.
Falcom's name. So yeah. If you don't know the name of a piece, then that piece is not named. But hey, maybe you'll figure that name out later.
I know one of them.
Do you? Who's that?
Therius?
Oh, okay. Well, not quite. Stop.
What's your old professor's name, Tristan? You're muted.
No, he's not back.
Oh.
Well.
I am indeed back, but hold on.
Hello.
Okay, well while he's got us holding on, you guys just stop.
Wow! Living on a prayer.
Yeah. You guys just stop the cart.
Well, I wrote it down.
If you can't find it, history check with advantage will deliver because you knew this man for 15 years.
Ah. Dr. Salomon Armoth.
Doctor.
You spell that?
I don't know if I've spelled it right, but
Salomone.
Salmo.
Salomone?
Yes.
Okay. Salomon. What's the last?
Armoth.
Yeah. Okay, so I only had the first name misspelled.
Armoth. Okay. And then we have the guy who's swole with no head, and then the tabaxi woman.
Babushka.
Ben Swallow. I hate you. Hate you so much. Rearranging these pieces to be how they are in the art.
Okay.
God, the first time that Tristan sees his piece, it's going to be amazing.
Sir Dr. Valgam Caston of Davii Kingdom, originally from the University of Thimbleton.
Takes up 3 lines. I love it.
Who wrote this whole thing out?
Me.
Of course you did.
It's going to be great by the end of the campaign when you guys accidentally hover over that and it's like a paragraph that just covers your screen. Alright, so yeah, you guys just stopped the cart, saw 2 goblins' heads explode. Can I get that luck roll?
That's
Turn
good.
it.
Oh, then I scientifically proved that
82.
the
Wow.
universe hates me.
82.
No event.
Nice.
Why do you say that?
Because when I said you would roll a nat 20 because it'd be in your favor and not in my favor, then it happened.
That's all the luck I get for the night, David. You know this.
My unluck becomes luck for you.
But
It's
unfortunately
come in
for me-
waves.
Unfortunately for me, this was a short wave.
Alright, so it's the 22nd of Tarsak. Next person, move the cart. Roll luck.
We don't have to.
Oh, right, you guys actually get to the city. You guys find yourselves in the city of Zippoke, which, as soon as you are...
Hold on, David.
I'm holding on for dear life. I cannot tell you how hard I'm holding on to my chair.
Alright. You're probably good.
I'm gonna make it through. I make it through.
I can't hear you. What?
Is that the Aragon song?
No.
Yeah, you're good now, David.
Okay, so
Yeah, it is. It's the Aragon song.
as you guys come up to Zippoke walls, looks like a fairly military city, but the place does not have any extra chains to it. There's just like one that goes through the city, as opposed to like the 12 chains in the cathedral that Annabella used.
So he's a lot more subtle. That's smart. Well, we're just gonna go to the dress, I'm assuming.
Okay, so you go down the winding sort of alleyways of Zippoke and find yourselves in front of a small church.
What? Oh, sly bastard.
This church bears the sort of insignias and marks of the god of Arusis, the god of craft.
Oh, that makes sense. He's made of metal, god of craft. Uh,
Not quite where I was going with that, but yeah, sure. Works multiple ways. In any case, you guys just gonna walk in?
Y'all have a better idea?
Honestly, aside from scouting the grounds, not really.
You
Just
walk.
let my hood up and walk in.
You walk into this place, and inside you find that it is adorned with several decorative weapons and pieces of armor and the like. Tapestries and other pieces of work along the walls show the god that is worshipped here, Arusis, at a blacksmithing anvil. Towards the center of the sort of cathedral, there's like the area of worship where people sit down and pray. There's a large altar in the center with a very large mason-worked bowl. And in front of that mason-work bowl, there's a small sign that appears to be relatively old. That just has a picture of a gold coin and a small arrow pointing to the bowl.
Oh. I take a gold coin and I flick it into the bowl.
All right. You do so, and you see as the center of the bowl that ends in like a small little circle opens up quick enough just to swallow the coin and closes. You guys are now one gold poorer.
Yep.
-1 gold. What will we do now?
Alright, I let the beast free.
Okay. So, did you miss literally everything?
No, I heard. I saw the coin go down the thing and get eaten.
Yep.
Is there look to be like a back to this church?
Yeah, it's got... This church has, while Zippoke itself doesn't seem to be a place that values craftsmanship that much, there are these very finely worked stone statues. All of them look like the guards that you saw through Zippoke. Each of them holding a weapon.
A different weapon?
Yes, each of them are wielding a different weapon. If you give me 2 seconds, I will inform you on which ones they have. There are 12 statues in total. There is one with a wooden club. Give me a second. Gotta get the notes out for this part. What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing important.
Okay. There is a stone warhammer. There is a mace that appears to be made out of solid electrum. A spear with a... It looks like a typical spear where the sort of staff is wooden and the top is just stone.
Normal spear.
Yeah. One of them has a pair of iron daggers. One of them holds a gold great axe. One of them is holding out a rapier that seems to be made of sterling silver. One of them has a morning star that's made of adamantine. Sorry. There is a copper war pick amongst all of these.
Ooh.
One of them has a long-handled glaive that is made of a metal that you cannot really identify unless you are a dwarf. And
Dwarven knight.
there's one statue that seemingly had its hands broken off. So whatever was in them is no longer there.
Oh. It's not great.
Its
Okay.
arms, the best that you can. Well, I'll let a perception roll happen before I tell you any clues as to what might have happened to it.
Okay.
13.
It's a 16.
Okay, Valgum.
How are these arranged around the room?
In the order I gave.
Like in a line?
Yeah, perception. They are in a sort of like half circle around the altar.
Okay.
14.
Okay, so Isaiah, you're the one that gathers the most from this. With the way that the arms are stanced, you can see that whatever weapon this statue was holding is one where both hands would have to be out in front. The right hand is closer to its chest, and the left hand seems to be a little further out, sort of in a line.
A bow.
Either a bow or a rifle or something. Well, let's press on.
I mean, this isn't a huge church; it's just a single room.
No, there's something about this. There's something here. Oh, can I try to remove one of the weapons?
Which one are you walking up to?
Well, I can't use any of them.
I'll walk up to the war pick.
Yeah, I'll let Isaiah do it.
Oh, wait, I just realized. I only gave you 11 of the statues. There's 12 in total.
Oh, okay.
The last one in the line seems to have a it seems to have what's it called? I know words. It has a longsword held out in front of it, and the blade is made of a sort of obsidian.
Ooh.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I'll go grab that one then.
Okay, so Isaiah, you walk up to the war pick, and you're gonna try to pull it out of the thing's hand.
Yeah.
Can I get a strength check?
Fucking course.
Wouldn't this be athletics to pull something out?
I'd allow that as well. Matt, could you actually roll?
Yeah, I can. Damn.
So, you pull on this thing with all of your might, and instead of pulling it out of the statue's hands or breaking the
That's an
statue,
11.
yeah, instead of pulling it out of its hands or breaking it, you see as the elbows sort of swivel down, and you hear a loud click.
Uh-oh. Something just clicked. I stop moving and just kind of look around.
There doesn't seem to be anything of danger that's happened.
Wait, move it back up to where it was.
Okay. I'll move it back in.
You push it back up, and it sort of it makes a click noise, but not as loud.
Are they all up right now?
Yes, all of them have their weapons in what seems to be a natural pose to be using them in. In the case of this war pick, he's holding it sort of diagonal across his chest, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the wooden club.
Okay. He's just holding it out in one hand.
I want to try to make his hand come down somehow.
Okay, you're just gonna pull on it, or?
Yeah, I'll just wiggle it and try to pull it down. See if there's it gives any leeway.
Strength or athletics check.
There is a god. 17.
You pull as hard as you can, and it's just not going. You feel like to actually get it to move, you'll have to break the statue. It's not going with any amount of ease.
Try the copper one again. The war pick. Is it hard to pull down?
You walk over and try?
No, I'm asking Isaiah to try.
Another strength.
Am I just weak, or is this one harder to pull down than that one?
That's a 30-20.
You flick the copper one down just as easily as you did before. Loud click.
Perhaps that one isn't meant to move down. Try moving it to the side.
I'm
You
gonna
see,
go.
I thought my thought process was this: if we lower each of them in order of least good material to best material, I thought that would be like that's the puzzle.
I'm gonna go over to the Warhammer and see if I can move those arms.
Strength or athletics?
Athletic. That is a 17.
You pull and pull and pull with all your might, and you actually hear a bit of the stonework of the statue's arms break a little bit under your the stress that you're putting it under.
It is an order, and copper is first for some reason.
What about the silver? Is there a silver one?
Yes, the rapier.
Try moving the rapier.
Let me try, because I want to see if it's just a strength thing or not. I want to go and try to move the silver rapier.
All right, athletics or strength.
Nine.
You give it all you got, and then after a bit of tension, you hear as the arm that's holding it swivels downward with a loud click.
Okay, why did it go stone silver? What is going on?
The war pick isn't stone.
Or copper, excuse me. Copper.
Think of it as the
Why would copper be before wood? Or just the stone spear warhammer?
Well, perhaps those don't move, but I'm thinking it might go in copper, silver, electrum, gold, and platinum.
Well, there's no platinum, but there's an adamantine morning star.
Well, perhaps that one's towards the end. It's more valuable metal.
Well, try the gold one then.
Was there an electrum one?
Yes. The
Try that.
electrum
Try that one first.
mace. Ah, yes. Okay. I'll walk over to the electrum mace.
They're slightly less.
All right.
They're not as potent as the gold pieces.
Roll that check.
Natty.
Effortlessly, you just grab the mace, pull it down like a slot machine.
Click.
Loud click. Yep.
Alright. Isaiah, mind grabbing that gold one?
Yeah.
Our food is pulling up, so I will be
Holy
RB.
shit.
Natty.
Another
Yes.
nat 20. We're not going to have this situation again, are we? Okay, well, again, with no problems to it whatsoever, you walk up to the gold great axe, pull it down from the statue's arms, loud click.
BRB.
Okay.
Alright. I suppose it's either the adamantine morning star or the long-handled glaive next, but I don't recognize that metal. So, here, you try the morning star, I'll get the glaive.
Uh-oh. Go.
Okay, who's going to try first?
I'll try first on the glaive.
All right.
11.
The arms don't budge, and I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
11.
Nat 20.
You feel whatever this metal is, immediately it has like this energy that shoots immediately into your mind and try to harm it, but after learning of your telekinesis and going under strict psychic training, that does not do anything.
Well, that's cute. It tried to get my mind. I hope
So more-
yours works. I don't want to touch that again.
To a more feeble brain, that definitely would have hurt.
Right.
Okay, so Isaiah, what'd you get?
An 11.
And you're pulling on the Morning Star?
Mm-hmm.
Does nothing.
Huh.
Does not budge.
Strange. Well,
We got copper, silver, gold, electrum, or electrum then gold. What's more? He said platinum, but there's no platinum, and well, there could be a platinum with the broken one. Do the broken hands look like they can be moved down, or are they completely gone?
Only the hands are gone. The arms are still there.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to move those arms down because perhaps that was the platinum rifle or something.
So, you grab both arms. Go ahead and give me the check.
Okay. Nat one.
So, you grab hold of both arms and pull them down with all your might, and they do move down. But the second that you stop focusing on pushing them down, like the second that you like start to let go, they shoot back up and launch you in the air.
Luckily, I have slow fall.
Yeah, you don't take any damage from this, but
land like next to Isaiah. Oh.
Actually, roll me dexterity.
Okay.
Dexterity save.
There you got it. 21.
Okay, so yeah, you land next to Isaiah.
Right. How about you try?
Sure.
30th of chess. Darius is still a bitch.
Holy shit.
That's nat 20. Is that 3 in a row for Matt?
Is mine? Yes.
No, it's not 3 in a row for Matt, but that's still like an obscene amount of 20s in one game. That is the fourth 20 since we got back.
Oh, what was that?
So, you guys
Cookies and cream?
they tried the glaive, and it seemed to psychically attack Aethys when he touched it. They tried the adamantine morning star, and that didn't budge. Currently, they are interacting with the one that has no hands.
It comes down, but it goes right back up because it's nothing weighing it down, I think.
So we need to put something.
What about the obsidian sword?
I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to try. I do kind of want it. It looks cool.
If it's just going to be a sword collector boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
can I try to pull the obsidian sword?
You can try to pull it.
I want it.
Oh no!
You pull it down, learning from last time that you need to keep a firm grasp on this thing. You pull it down, you hear a loud click, the statue's eyes open.
Oh god.
It looks at its 11 other statues, looks down at looks down at Aethys, who has currently got a hold of its sword, lifts him by the sword, flicks him towards the wall. I need a dex save from Aethys.
Okay. 21. 115, 115. What the fuck is going on?
You managed to save and not hit the wall at terminal velocity. The statue then closes its eyes again, goes back to its previous position, and you hear a loud shoop as all of the weapons that you've pulled down thus far shoot back up into their original positions.
Oh. Must be our reset.
I'm just gonna let Isaiah do it.
But for the sake of brevity, are you guys going to pull down the ones that you've already pulled down before in the order that you did?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get back to where you've pulled the copper war pick, the silver rapier, the gold great axe, and the electrum mace. Not in that order, of course, because I fucked it up, but you get the point.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So those 4 are back down.
And
there's no platinum one.
Not that we can see.
The statues.
So we can assume that that's the one that you tried to pull down with the broken hands.
That was my assumption.
Which means we need to try to weigh those hands down somehow.
We need to find the fucking
Find its hands.
whatever it was holding. I think. What's left?
So the statues that are standing are, and I
Wooden club, stone warhammer,
Yep.
and or normal spear.
And
the iron dagger.
There are 2 iron daggers in its hands, crossed against its chest. You skipped over the electrum mace, but you already pulled that. Next to the iron daggers is the golden great axe one that you've pulled. Next to that's the silver rapier that you've pulled. After that, the adamantine morning star. Next to that, copper war pick. Next to that is the unknown material glaive. Next to that is the one with the broken hands, and next to that is the obsidian sword.
I'm stumped. I don't know where to go next.
I want to try the wooden club next.
Okay, roll it. If you guys feel a little stuck, I will allow a wisdom check to try to get unstuck.
That's a 14.
14. So, you try your hardest to pull it down, nothing.
Cross daggers.
Yeah, wait, try the daggers.
Nothing.
11.
The warhammer and the spear are the only 2 left.
I'll try the spear.
Not budging.
Well, the puzzle's missing a piece.
Yeah. I think until we can figure out what is missing from this, we should probably just leave it alone.
But it opens the way to glaive, I'm almost certain. And if what we heard at the Praetorian Monster Goods was right, Glaive was proficient with high-powered rifles, and Valgum seems to think that that statue was holding a rifle. If that rifle was made of platinum, that means Glaive likely is carrying a platinum rifle on his person, so we're going to have to kill Glaive to get it. If that's the case, how the fuck are we supposed to solve this puzzle?
Wisdom check.
Go for it.
Fine, I'll take a wisdom check.
I certainly fucking won't.
Save or check?
Check.
13.
So, as you've deduced, you think that it'd be absolutely impossible to do this if he was carrying this weapon on his person. If someone were to have to come in here and they weren't Glaive, surely they would have to have this item or it would be nearby.
Church has a back, right?
Sorry, what?
This church has a back, right?
I mean, it's got the sort of like worshipping area that you've already walked through. several seats, sort of like pews that are lining the area, and the altar that is that is in front of all of the statues.
There's no second story or basement.
There doesn't appear to be. There's no there's no worship areas above you, and if there is a basement, you're not sure how to even get down there.
Anything special about the altar?
Well, it's got the sort of mechanized collection tray like I mentioned earlier with the gold. If you'd like to give it a good perception or investigation, by all means.
19 perception.
You notice that since you're facing it from behind now instead of up where people would give their offerings, you see that the back has a hinge.
Oh, I open it.
The whole backside of the altar appears to open like a door, and you see a small glass sort of vial that has a single gold piece inside of it. And beneath that is a rifle with two stone hands gripped upon it. It appears to be made of platinum.
Oh,
Found it.
oh, good spotting.
I'm gonna give it to Isaiah because it's probably too heavy for me.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it where it belongs.
Do these look like functional weapons or replicas?
Well, in the case of the sniper, you don't think that it would have the the stuff inside of it to make it work, but the rest of them are sort of martial weapons, so they're as real as they can be. The Morning Star is actually spiky. The Obsidian Sword is actually sharp.
When we trash Glaive, I'm getting that sword.
So, you guys, you guys see as Isaiah walks forward towards the statue missing its hands and put this thing into place. And without any sort of assistance, you see as the hands connect to the wrists very, very easily. As though magically they just connect and disconnect at will.
Magic.
Ah,
From there, I assume you pull them down?
mm-hmm.
You pull it down, loud click.
Now try the adamantine.
I'll head over to the adamantine then.
Okay. Roll it.
Has a 17.
17. Oh, that's a 17. Okay. You pull with all of your might, wanting this to be correct, and you end up actually breaking the adamantine weapon out of the statue's arms.
Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh.
Wow. Well, that obviously wasn't right, but now we have an adamantine Morning Star.
Yep. It's fairly heavy.
Probably should just put that back.
I put it on the broken wrist.
It does not repair like the other one did. So you just sort of set it there where it doesn't look like it'll fall over.
I'm starting to think some of these statues aren't actually part of the puzzle. At least to unlock the door.
Think I agree. So it looks like it's. What's more precious than a platinum coin? Whatever that glaive is made out of? What is that? Can anyone identify that?
I'll roll perception.
You will do so at disadvantage because this isn't something that you're exactly knowledgeable about.
Exactly.
Would I know anything about it?
Yeah, he's the archaeologist.
I will give you a flat roll for it, but the only way to have advantage on this is if you were a dwarf.
And it's what kind of roll is this?
Intelligence, perception, investigation, any of those work.
Okay. So investigation for me, clearly. Well, that's a 9.
You're not quite sure.
Well, let's try it next. I don't know what it is.
23 for perception.
You'd be rolling a disadvantage.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I think I have a thing.
Oh. Careful, y'all. You might have a thing.
I might got a thing.
Oh, God!
I don't got a thing.
Okay.
Oh, disadvantage. 22.
Well, then that's still high enough. Given the pain that it gave you, you think back to a book that they had in the monastery about the unusual weaponry that people have had in the past, and you've heard of a sword that was once forged out of a rock that they simply called Mind Altar. It was a blade that was very, very good at killing things that had very powerful psyches. It seemed to be the ultimate weapon against someone who could do psychic damage.
Is it expensive?
Yes and no. It's a super rare material, but because of that, and because of the hazards of even wielding one, people tend to either not pay, or people tend to not buy them, but those who will buy them for a fortune.
I mean, I guess we should try it, but don't touch the actual glaive.
That's the way that y'all have pulled these in the past, with the exception of the one with the broken arms.
We'll try pulling it by the arms.
Right.
You try, but there isn't a lot of leverage to it.
Can you try pulling at, like...
Oh! I want to try to use my telekinesis to pull it down towards me.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Uh, 10.
Interacting with this thing using your psychic abilities ends up actually hurting more than it helps. You guys see the arms with the glaive wiggle slightly, but then you see a bright purple energy shoot towards Aethys, causing 10 psychic damage.
So this is just dangerous to handle.
Seemingly.
Fuck would make a weapon out of this? Ow! You can't even hold it! Ah!
Damn it.
What's up?
I was looking at my cantrips. I was going to try a mage hand, but guess what I don't have?
F.
I have mage hand.
Are you going to try again?
No. No, I learned my lesson.
Any other ideas?
So, okay, it started with the copper and silver, electrum, gold, platinum. We've tried the wooden club, the warhammer, the daggers, the morning star, and the glaive, and the longsword. The only thing we haven't tried is the normal spear. And if that doesn't work, that means we just didn't succeed the strength check on one of these.
I'll roll for the spear.
Go ahead.
That is a 17.
You pull and break these statues' arms as well.
Meekly
I'm
put it back
so
on the fucking grid.
confused.
Wisdom checks are there if you need them.
Hey, look, just break the ones off the fucking arms of all of them who you can. The magic ones seem to repair themselves, so that'll be a clue. Go ahead, try. Try to break the adamantine Morningstar one off.
You already did.
No, he broke the mace.
No. The mace is
It
still
was a
down.
morning.
Oh, he broke the Morningstar off. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try with the glaive. Maybe your mind can take it. You're not telepathic.
Okay. All that athletics. That's a 13.
Okay. I need a wisdom save from you.
And 11.
Okay, that's a fail. Gonna take this much psychic damage. 10 psychic damage.
Ow.
It feels like it pierces your brain without even moving.
So it doesn't move down?
It does not. Any other options? Or any other ideas?
Second.
Isaiah just sits at the fucking base of the altar and puts his head against his forehand and just like,
Fucking ow!
he's gonna sit it out until and think about it.
The only other two precious metals haven't worked. One of them is snapped off.
Bane of our fucking this.
Well, doing the obsidian one reset when you woke it up. Now,
I mean, I suppose you're correct. Let's hope this one doesn't pierce my mind, and I try to pull the obsidian one down with my...
Alright. With your psychic? Or just with your hands?
With my psychic, because my psychic is much stronger than my hands.
Okay, so you pull it down with the psychic energy. The sword goes down. Its eyes open again.
okay.
It
Flip it
turns.
off.
It turns and looks at the other statues. It holds out one hand, and you see as the stone spear and the adamantine Morningstar both return to their positions. The statue seemingly repairing the arms. It then looks at the copper war pick down, silver rapier down, gold great axe down, electrum mace down, and the platinum sniper rifle down. And it steps off of its podium. It walks to the direct center of the altar. And you see as it presses a hand into the altar. And you see as the mechanized sort of like automata that are happening sort of shift and move, and you see as a large hole is in the center of the altar now. It raises the obsidian sword up, slams it in, twists it like a key. And now the aisle in front of the altar descends into a staircase.
Why, thank you. I like your sword, by the way.
It pulls the sword out. It just looks at you with a stone expression.
Stones.
I get it.
It presses its hand to the other side of the altar, putting back the small funnel collection plate. Walks back to its podium. Goes completely dormant once again, and all of the arms click back into place.
I believe we have a hallway to walk down.
You all do so?
I do.
Yeah, same.
The NPC
Matt, you're muted.
Yes.
The NPC who was with you that I completely forgot about says, yes, let's go.
Yeah, you were so much help doing that puzzle.
I'm not great with puzzles.
No, I can tell.
Yeah, neither am I.
That's something that my significant other is a lot better with.
Mhm.
So, you all journey down this hall and see it turn into, like, catacombs. These catacombs seem to be abandoned. This place looks like it was at one point a very large hub for activities of the non-legal persuasion. There are several tables with several small goblin-sized seats that had several sort of shipping charts and other sort of things. One map you see maps out the entire Ring of Fire throughout every single continent. Philia quickly goes over and grabs that.
Yeah, that's definitely something we want.
And towards the center, you see what appears to be a crystal ball sitting at the head of this very large table. Very ornate throne behind it.
Yoink.
You yoink it?
I yoinked the crystal ball for sure.
Okay then. Dex saves for everyone.
I want that crystal ball. If I survive.
Nat 20 for Philia.
25.
Success.
Motherfucker.
What is that?
I got a
Dexterity
4.
save? That's a 9.
Okay, so you two fail. This as you pick up this glass orb, you see it flicker to life, Aethys.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what appears to be a warforged man with a sort of black trilby hat and a red suit sitting at the chair in front of you. And you hear him say, "You couldn't have possibly expected this to be this easy." And the projection snaps, and the ball in your hand explodes. The shatterings of glass acting as a sort of a fragmentation grenade. To those hit, or to those that failed, they take 15 damage, half on a success.
And if you're a monk with evasion,
Then nothing.
hog. I don't get punished, and everyone else does. I'm sorry, guys. I really did fall for it.
No, it's okay. I would have done the same thing.
I want that crystal ball.
I'm at 54 health.
I'm at 43.
Damn,
So-
I'm fucking sick.
The as the orb shatters, as the orb shatters, Philia just goes, "God fucking damn it! I thought that we had him."
Well, bold be to assume things first of all.
But this makes no sense.
Oh, he's hiding somewhere around here. He wants us to think he's gone.
You yourself said that he has eyes and ears everywhere. It's almost as if there's only one way he couldn't have been prepared. And
He already knew we were
weren't
coming.
here. Yeah, pretty much.
It just...
God.
There has to be something that we can do.
Yeah, I want to scan the room because I don't feel like he's actually gone. I think he's bluffing.
Roll me perception.
21.
You notice that there are the table that this crystal ball was in the center of. Every other place is just made of normal wood, but the place towards the very grand throne has these sort of golden plates right about where your hands would rest.
I'll bite.
What does that
I
mean?
want to. I want to
Wait,
sit
bite
in
the
the throne.
gold?
I want to sit in the throne and place my hands there.
Okay. As soon as you do, the small hole that was left in the center of the table from the crystal ball now glows bright white. And you see as the entire table now has sort of like a holographic image that, from your perspective, just looks like a miniature of like a bunch of hills, valleys, and oceans. To those that are sitting to the sides, you can identify this as a map of the Realm of Dawn.
Oh, well.
Where am I currently looking on the map?
You're at like... How do I word this? You're at the sort of front, so the very first thing that you can see is like the eastern bits of Belden and Lustror. After a couple of moments, you see as there are marks that appear. There is a mark of two circles interconnected. One of them on the highest peak in Akron. You see one of them moving very quickly through Sinnes. You see one of them at the shore of Lustror. You see one sitting around the area where your monastery would be in Cyteria. After another moment, you see you see several white dots appear. You see one of them towards Willesden in Sinnes. You see one of them around the capital of the Davii Kingdom. You see one of them in the capital of Belden. And you see four of them in the around the area of Zippoke.
Fuck me running. That's just a map of where everybody is in the game.
Yes, but now we have access to it. I don't think he would give this up. So where is he?
As you say, where is he? The entire map ripples. All of the marks that you saw previously are gone, but they don't leave anything in their place.
All the marks are gone.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Where is Glaive?
The entire table ripples again, and this time you see a single black mark, and it is currently in the city of Sadsbury.
Crafty fucker.
Indeed.
But why would he leave his map?
I don't think that this is something that he can bring with him, says Philia finally.
Okay,
Wait, does this work with... everyone that he can see? Is this how he knows where we are?
Where is
Pretty much.
Philia?
After a moment, it ripples, and then it doesn't have a clear answer. And she goes, wait, and flicks her hood down, and immediately her dot appears.
Oh wow.
Oh.
She quickly gets to the front towards you, and she says, could you do me a favor? This is kind of against our mission, but I just need confirmation. Could you ask for someone named Fendithis?
Where is Fendithis?
Table ripples. Nothing. Her face grows sort of sad, and she just hangs her head and says, hopeless optimism. I should have expected it, but I don't like confirmation. I shouldn't have asked.
Friend of yours?
You could say that. We were married once.
Ah. Yikes.
I was hoping maybe.
Where is Elif?
Somewhere. The second that you say this, you see. The second that you say this, you see Philia immediately turn and go, you can't ask something like that, but the table begins to ripple, and no mark is seen.
I know my mom's alive, so perhaps she just isn't seen, so there's hope for your spouse yet.
One can
Well,
only hope.
That or my
Perhaps.
mom's dead, but I have it on pretty good authority that she's not.
Where's Willow?
Perhaps
Are you touching the things where Aethys
Yeah, I'll get
are?
up. I'll get up for Isaiah.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Okay.
sit and
You ask, where is Willow? The table shuffles again, and you see a dot that is moving across the northern, or from southern Sinnes, and seems to be heading north. Well, there goes giving you your payment afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that is what we agreed on, isn't it? Don't worry. You helping us kill Glaive will be payment enough.
Well, I'm thankful for
Well-
that, at least.
Actually, I still don't know where my mom is, so...
I do still know that, though.
Right, yes. Hold that over my head. Should we go? We're probably just wasting time. We should get to Salisbury.
Well, and she turns and looks at Valgum and says, everyone else got their try. You have anyone that you're looking for?
yeah, and I'll ask for my wife first, and then my daughter.
my wife.
You don't
My
have
wife.
you
I
don't
don't
have
even know if
names?
I ever truly gave them names.
Oh, well, if you didn't, then I will.
I don't
So
remember if I did or didn't.
for the sake of brevity, we'll just say that you asked where are blank and blank, and you see that they appear. One of them appears as a white dot. The other one appears as a target. And
Which
both of
one
them
appears as the target?
You're not sure. Both of them are at the top of the mountain where you saw one of the circles, the black circles connected.
Gax. Wait. No, not Gax. He's not a pawn. The professor? Who has... The professor would definitely know your family. He's holding them hostage.
No, I don't like this at all.
We've
You
got
know,
to
I'm
kill
gonna go
Glaive,
for
but immediately after we have to go to that mountaintop.
That would
Arius can wait. He has your family.
Anyone else that you
We
guys
need to
are wondering about?
Nope. we need to capture Glaive, or
Well, just to be sure, because Glaive is a tricky motherfucker, I ask again. Where's Glaive?
You see him in Salisbury. And upon a second inquiry, you see that the map zooms into Akron, and you can see that there is a sort of a more detailed view of the city of Salisbury.
Oh, nice.
And you can see that he's in a building in the southern half of it.
Where is Venomothyn? I just look to see if a dot appears in Zippoke.
So, the second that you ask this, it goes back out to a main view. And after a moment, you see a dot appear in Salisbury, then a dot appear in Redwater, then one in Letnet. But the second that one appears, the previous one vanishes. So it's like one dot flickering all around. And it's going to just about every major city that you can find. And,
including Zippoke?
yeah. And you see as it also, for some reason, appears several times in the ocean in between Cyteria and Lustror.
Nice.
But again, it's never more than one dot that appears. It's just flickering all over the place. And Philia
So
says,
not a hive mind, a single being who exists in multiple locations.
Philia says, is this about the frogman again?
Yes.
Yes.
He is an enigma.
It appears
rather
that way.
than mystery.
Where specifically does he flickering in Zippoke? I just want to know the general location so we can sprint there.
If you look very closely, it looks like a sort of like a mage tower. You can't really see color in this, but it's got a very well-defined roof that you can imagine being red.
Remember that roof, and we'll go there. Let's go. Wait. Does there look to be anything else to this underground structure that we can loot?
It does not appear so. It appears like
everything with him.
Yeah. Although Philia is very happy to have a fully mapped out area of the Ring of Fire.
Yes, Philia, you should probably remember how to get in here once Glaive dies and work on getting this move somewhere the Wings of Grace can use it.
Yes, that is a very good idea. Thank you very much.
Yep, we should go now. Teleport
Yes.
as soon as possible. I don't want to give him any chance to escape.
So you guys get to the Mage Tower, and we will go ahead and fast forward through the whole. Well, no, because you're gonna have fun with Venomothyn later. We're just gonna end there, because it is end time. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you ended up showing up halfway through, you can catch our sessions live at 6 o'clock every Friday, 6 o'clock CST. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, no idea who these people are, we have a VOD channel that's a little behind, but I'll get it caught up, I promise.
What's going on?
That VOD channel is youtube.com/critheads. Andrew? Art?
Yes. Thank you to artist Soren Okami. Links in the description for all the beautiful art you see as our headshots.
Yeah. I believe that is it. So thank you all very much for watching. We will be right back here again next week.
For
See you
more
then.
and more
Well, we're
shenanigans.
finally gonna level up again.
Yay!
Yay!
We're gonna blow up Salisbury.
Hell yeah.
Gonna blow up a robot.